Welcome to this edition of 23 Questions. Today we're joined by Destinee Marking, Assistant Editor of the MKY Guide. Destinee, are you ready?
Yes.
First question, what's your favorite food?
Iced coffee.
Where's the best place in Murray to get it?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Alright. Why did you decide to pursue a degree in journalism?
I would say that it started in the years leading up to the 2016 presidential election. I would come home from high school and just watch the news and political coverage for hours on end and knew that I wanted to be a part of that.
So what's your favorite story that you've ever written?
I wrote a story about Woods Hall when it closed about a year ago when it got flooded, and that was a fun piece to do. It was an unfortunate situation, but it was more of an investigative thing that I got to test out my skills on, so that was fun.
What's your favorite news source?
I really like Star Tribune out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and BBC.
So why should people know about the location we're at right now?
Okay, so we're in the Lizzo Amphitheater outside of Elizabeth College, and this is where I take naps, and it's also where I talk to my parents on the phone and pretty much just ignore all of my responsibilities when I want to. So.
All right. What's your ideal career for after college?
Hopefully something in government. If that's local or if it's federal, I don't necessarily mind, but hopefully just something in that realm.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
What's the last thing you binged?
Parenthood.
If you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Princess Diana.
Do you have a secret talent?
I can recite the entire film of The Wizard of Oz from beginning to end.
Interesting. Describe Murray in 3 words.
Small, friendly, and rainy.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Black Widow.
What do you usually do during the weekend?
I work a lot, and I sleep, and I try to get in at least one day of homework.
What advice would you give your freshman self?
Don't go wild with your credit card.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple Music.
Hit shuffle. What's the first song that plays?
Radio Gaga by Queen.
Where's your favorite place to hang out in Murray?
My car in an empty parking lot.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a cake decorator, a cosmetologist, or a teacher.
What's the hardest class you've ever taken at Murray State?
Introduction to Political Theory.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Drivers that don't know how to use roundabouts.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
And if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Canada.
And that concludes 23 Questions with Destinee Marking.